A divine current is sweeping into your life, stirring the very foundations of your soul. You may not have noticed it fully yet, but something powerful has been shifting. Your spirit has been calling, longing, aching for something greater than the ordinary noise of daily life. This is not random. This is not a coincidence. You are not imagining it. The forces of heaven have been watching, waiting, moving quietly, preparing this exact moment for you. Nothing that has happened recently was without reason. It was all building toward this very revelation, this opening, this extraordinary exposure of truth. A family member from heaven is revealing the secret location. Someone you once loved, someone who watched over you even in silence, is now part of the unfolding miracle. They are no longer distant. Their voice, once drowned in the space between the earthly and the divine, now pierces through the veil. You felt them in the quiet moments, in the pauses between thoughts, in the dreams that left you wondering. They are with you. They are speaking now. They want you to open your heart to the truth that has been kept from you. This is not about fear. This is about light. The secret location is not a place you find on a map, it is a sacred space inside your own path, your divine timing, your deep calling. They are guiding you not toward confusion but clarity, not toward uncertainty but revelation. Everything has led to this. You have overcome more than anyone knows. You have faced walls that others couldn't see. You have kept silent in rooms where your spirit was screaming for justice, for peace, for answers. Heaven has heard you. They have gathered the whisperings of your soul, and now they are responding. Do not ignore this. The signs have already been given to you. You have felt the shift. You have noticed the repetition of numbers, the flickering lights, the strange dreams, the overwhelming emotions that came from nowhere. This is not coincidence. This is coordination. Divine orchestration has been underway. God says, "You are no longer alone in this battle. I have sent messengers, signs, and now, a direct unveiling. What you are about to receive is beyond the surface of what the world can offer. I have chosen you for this revelation because your heart, though weary, is pure. Though scarred, it still hopes." Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before the illusion cloaks it again. You know who this is. You have seen glimpses of what was never supposed to be hidden. You sensed something long ago, but no one believed you. Even you doubted yourself. But your discernment was not wrong. Heaven protected you in those moments when you couldn't protect yourself. And now, the truth is coming forward. She tried to mask the energy, to mislead, to manipulate perceptions, but God does not allow deception to win forever. It is being stripped away now. The truth is being uncovered layer by layer. This isn't about punishment, it's about freedom. Freedom for your soul. freedom from the spiritual chains that held you in confusion and silence. A family member from heaven is revealing the secret location, not just of where truth lives, but where your power has been buried. You see, parts of you were hidden by the lies of others. Your brilliance, your destiny, your gifts were dimmed not because you lacked them, but because someone tried to hide them. But heaven has always known. They have always seen. They are now ready to restore. There is no time left to wait. Open this with your spirit, not just your eyes. You must feel it in your bones. You must sense the urgency, not the panic of the world, but the sacred urgency of eternity pulling you into alignment. You were never ordinary. Even as a child, your spirit saw things that others overlooked. You felt things deeply. You noticed what others dismissed. And you were made to feel that your sensitivity was a flaw, but now, God is showing you, it was your shield, your compass, your divine radar. This is why the revelation is coming to you. This is why heaven chose you. Because you are ready. You are ready to understand, to see clearly, to walk forward without the lies that once clouded your light. There is a sacred silence in heaven that speaks louder than thunder, and in that silence your name was spoken. It was not a whisper. It was a decree. A holy calling. And now, it echoes into your life. Open this. Let the message sink in. A family member who once walked with you now flies above you. They have seen your nights of tears, your days of confusion, your silent prayers when you had no words. They cried with you, unseen. They tried to send signals, and now, finally, the gates of divine clarity have opened. You will not miss this moment unless you close your heart. You must trust what you feel. This is not fantasy. This is fulfillment. The time has come for truth to shine in places where lies once ruled. The curtain is being pulled back. God is not silent anymore. The heavens are speaking. And the words are meant for you. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before the deception wraps itself again in new robes. The truth was always trying to reach you. It never gave up. It lingered in your instincts, in your discomforts, in the way your spirit resisted what others accepted. That wasn't stubbornness, it was discernment. It was divine wisdom whispering, "Wait, something isn't right." And now, you are vindicated. The message is being delivered directly into your spirit. You are reading it now not by chance but by divine arrangement. You've entered into a moment of spiritual alignment, a portal of awakening. You are not who you were yesterday. Something has shifted. And with it, your future is being realigned to the truth you were born to live. This woman who is now being exposed is symbolic of all the falsehoods that tried to shape your reality. But those falsehoods are falling apart. What is true, what is divine, what is pure, it rises now like a sunrise in your soul. Feel this. Let it anchor into your being. The family member from heaven wants you to reclaim what was taken from you, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, energetically. Your strength is returning. Your insight is sharpening. Your joy is resurfacing. You have been chosen for a divine restoration. And while others may not understand the depth of what is happening in your life, heaven does. The angels are surrounding you now. You may not see them, but if you close your eyes, you'll feel the tingling in your heart, the lift in your chest, the quiet peace that descends even in the chaos. That is divine presence. That is the answer to your prayer. Don't second guess anymore. Don't delay. Don't shrink. Your purpose is expanding. Your light is amplifying. And this message, this whisper from beyond the veil, is your divine confirmation. You are safe. You are loved. You are guided. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before her influence tries to rewrap itself in false light. Heaven has seen it all. Heaven has waited long enough. The trumpet is sounding not in loud noise, but in the still, holy reverberation of truth. Let it fill you. Let it wash over you. Let it free you. You are walking into a season of divine correction and sacred favor. Everything that was hidden is being revealed not to shame you, but to restore you. You don't have to hide anymore. The truth is your shelter. The truth is your light. And that family member, the one who left this world too soon, they never really left. They have been interceding, guiding, praying for your peace. They led you to this message. They helped orchestrate this divine encounter. And now they are smiling, knowing that finally, you are awakening to the fullness of your calling. What happens next will surprise you. Blessings will come where you least expect. Divine reversals will take place. Brokenness will be healed. Lies will be undone. And peace, true, eternal peace, will settle into your bones like never before. Do not forget this moment. Write it in your heart. Speak it in your prayers. And walk forward with the authority of someone who has been touched by heaven. Because you have. You may feel a stillness around you even now, as if the air itself is listening. That is because it is. The winds have heard the shift in your soul, and creation is responding. Every corner of the universe is aligned with this moment, this sacred turning point where truth no longer hides and your light no longer dims. Everything around you is preparing for your awakening. The one from heaven who is revealing the secret location is standing close to you now. You may not see them, but their presence is unmistakable if you quiet your heart. They are trying to show you the place where everything begins again. Not a place made of buildings or streets, but a space within you where divine truth and eternal love meet and expand. They are showing you this sacred ground because you are finally ready to walk it without fear. They see that you have questioned so much. You've looked around and wondered why things unfolded the way they did. You tried to make sense of the silence, the delays, the betrayals. And now the answers are forming, not in words spoken by others, but in the voice within that heaven has reawakened. That voice is your connection to the divine, and it is growing stronger by the second. This isn't just about someone else being exposed. This is about your liberation. About you stepping into the truth that was hidden beneath the weight of other people's decisions. You carried burdens that weren't yours, lived beneath shadows that were not cast by your own light. But now, that weight is being lifted. The shadows are scattering. The light you hold cannot be covered any longer. You might feel like crying, and that is holy. You might feel chills running through your body, and that is sacred. You may feel a peace that doesn't make sense to your mind, and that is grace. You are not imagining any of it. You are being embraced by heaven. This is your confirmation. That woman, the one being revealed, is not just a person. She symbolizes every lie spoken over your life, every misjudgment, every distorted reflection someone tried to hand you. Heaven has decided enough is enough. The light of God is no longer being delayed. It is pouring through the cracks, rushing through your soul like a river breaking through a dam. And with it comes truth, healing, understanding, and divine vindication. You were made for this. This calling. This clarity. This unveiling. Your story was never just about survival. It was always about transformation. And now, the transformation is here. You are becoming who you truly are, not who the world tried to convince you to be. Trust what's being stirred inside you now. Don't ignore the feelings rising to the surface. Let the healing happen. Let the truth rise. Let your past lose its grip. You don't owe anything to the false stories anymore. The divine narrative is taking over now. Heaven is not distant. The sacred is not far away. It is right here, speaking to you through this moment, reminding you that the very breath you carry is proof that you were chosen. You have always been known. Even when you felt overlooked. Even when you were misunderstood. Even when you were rejected. Heaven never forgot you. You are more important than you realize. What you carry in your spirit is rare, and powerful, and radiant. That's why the trials came. That's why confusion was thrown at you. Because what is sacred is often tested. But you have passed the tests. You have endured the storms. And now, it's your time. Your time to walk in truth. Your time to feel the warmth of divine affirmation. The one from heaven wants you to know, none of your pain was wasted. Every tear you cried watered the soil of your future. Every prayer you whispered in despair was heard by God and echoed back as a promise. That promise is being fulfilled now. The unveiling of truth is not a punishment, it's a preparation. A sacred clearing. So you can walk freely, breathe fully, and live authentically. Let your guard fall. Not because you're weak, but because you're safe now. Safe in the truth. Safe in the divine plan. Safe in the shelter of clarity. Heaven is guiding your next steps, and they will be blessed beyond what you can yet see. You have doubted yourself for too long. You've wondered if you were mistaken, if your instincts were wrong, if your heart was naive. But now you know, you were not wrong. You were discerning. You were being shown the truth early, before others could see it. You were being protected by being distanced from what was never meant to shape your destiny. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before her image is repainted in another false narrative. She may try to reframe the story. But God's light is too powerful for masks to hold. This is not about bitterness. It's about release. You are not bound by her actions anymore. The chains of misunderstanding are broken. The spell of manipulation is lifted. You are seeing clearly. And nothing will steal your clarity again. You are no longer tied to the shadows of the past. The divine light within you is leading you forward. Step by step, breath by breath, you are walking into freedom. You are rising above every misunderstanding, every limitation, every false belief. Because heaven has declared it so. If your heart is trembling, let it. That's the vibration of divine truth breaking through. If you feel the urge to speak, speak. If you feel called to act, act. Your intuition is awakening with heavenly wisdom. You no longer need external validation. God has validated you. That is enough. You may feel like something inside you is awakening for the first time in a long while. That's because it is. The parts of you that were silenced are now speaking again. The parts that were dimmed are beginning to shine. This isn't a return to who you were. It's a step into who you've always been underneath it all. You've been praying for answers, for signs, for direction. And now the message has come. Message directly from heaven. Straight into your soul. Wrapped in sacred intention. Covered in divine clarity. You are meant to receive this. You are meant to carry it. You are meant to respond. You have the strength to move forward now. You have the truth on your side. You have heaven behind you. And no force on earth can stop a soul backed by divine purpose. The world may not understand what is happening to you. But your spirit does. The peace in your heart knows this is right. The fire in your soul knows this is true. and the divine presence around you confirms it again and again. Walk in that truth. Hold your head high. Breathe deeply. Speak boldly. And love fully. Because this is your new chapter. The false voices are fading. The true voice is rising. And it's your time to be fully, divinely, unapologetically you. You are not late. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are perfectly aligned. The secret location is not ahead of you, it's within you. And it is being revealed now because the timing is sacred. And so, the divine winds continue to move. You are not just hearing this message, you are being transformed by it. Heaven has waited for this moment. All things that were once hidden, all truths that seemed buried beneath layers of confusion, are now rising like the morning sun. They can no longer be denied. This is sacred exposure. Not to shame, but to liberate. Not to wound, but to free. Not to harm, but to heal. That family member from heaven, yes, the one who knows your story from beginning to now, has chosen this moment to open the veil. They are revealing not only the secret location but the truth about every misstep that led you away from your divine path. They see now that you are ready. Ready to carry this truth. Ready to walk forward without the weight of what was done in secret. What once disoriented you will now empower you. You are receiving clarity not just in your mind, but in your soul. You are not alone in this journey. Heaven is beside you. That voice whispering truth when no one else believed you, that was them. That instinct that told you something was not as it seemed, that was them. That moment you almost gave up, and then suddenly found strength you didn't know you had, that was them too. Their love for you transcends time and space, and now, they are guiding you into this final stage of revelation. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before the veil is drawn again. She is not just someone outside of you. She is a symbol of every betrayal that disguised itself as loyalty. Every word spoken in smiles but meant to limit you. Every presence that entered your life not to support, but to confuse. And now, Heaven says, enough. No more confusion. No more shadowed truths. No more double meanings. You are being anointed with clarity. That clarity is not merely for your understanding, it is for your transformation. It is for your release. It is for the restoration of your purpose. This moment is not random. It was divinely timed, held in the sacred plans of heaven until your spirit was strong enough to hold it. And now, you are holding it with grace. There is no more pretending. No more hiding behind polite silence. No more shrinking your light to make others comfortable. You were never meant to dim. You were meant to shine, to lead, to rise. And now, Every part of heaven is cheering as you step into this divine role. The earth may not celebrate it, but heaven does. This secret location that was revealed to you, it is not only a place of healing but a place of power. When you step into it spiritually, your alignment shifts. Your heart becomes anchored in divine truth. Your steps are no longer taken in uncertainty. They are guided, protected, surrounded by light. The path may still be unfamiliar, but you are no longer walking it alone. Feel the energy change as you read this. That is not coincidence. That is the presence of the divine filling the space around you. That is confirmation that this is real. That you are seen. That you are chosen. That what is being revealed is not to hurt you but to free you. You no longer need to guess. You know. That woman, whose actions have now been uncovered, she no longer holds power. Not over your emotions. Not over your peace. Not over your future. Heaven has stripped her influence. Not through revenge, but through revelation. Because when the truth is revealed, it cannot be undone. And you, dear soul, are being restored by truth. Every time you doubted yourself, questioned your worth, wondered if maybe you were the one at fault, let those thoughts fall away now. They are not yours. They never were. They were shadows cast by another's illusion. But you are not a creature of illusion. You are made of truth. And that truth is now roaring through your being like sacred fire. Do not hold back. Let the tears fall if they must. Let your hands tremble with release. You are being spiritually cleansed. Every wound inflicted by silence, every scar etched by deception, heaven is now touching it with healing light. You are being made new. Not because you were broken, but because you are being refined. The messages will continue. The exposure will go deeper. But this is the moment you take your power back. You no longer walk under her shadow. You walk in divine light. You no longer wonder what's real. You know. You no longer seek external permission to feel your truth. Heaven has granted it already. Listen now. Listen deeply. Heaven says, it is time. Time to leave behind the half-truths. Time to reject the lies wrapped in charm. Time to end the silent suffering. Time to rise in the full knowing that you were never alone, never mistaken, never unworthy. What you felt in your spirit all along, it was true. Heaven confirms it. Your heart was aligned with the divine long before your eyes could see. And now your eyes see. Your soul understands. Your journey is real. Every false alignment is now being removed. Every source of confusion is now being dismantled. You are being given clear sight, and with that comes power. Power to speak. power to act, power to protect your peace, power to walk in truth without fear. For you are no longer vulnerable to deception. Your spirit has risen too high. That family member from heaven, yes, they have waited for this. They watched as you struggled, cried, questioned. And now, they rejoice. Because they know you are rising. They know you are finally seeing what they wished they could tell you all along. And they are proud. So very proud. Your ancestors are surrounding you. You may not hear them, but you can feel them. You know it deep down. They are whispering strength into your bones. They are lending you courage. They are praying over your next steps. This is not just a message, it is a mantle. You are being covered in divine truth. Let the old fall away. Let the false fall silent. You are now held in the truth of God. And that truth does not waver. That truth does not bend. That truth does not change based on opinion. It stands eternal. And now, it stands within you. You may not yet see where all this is leading. But you will. The road is unfolding with each step. The path is being cleared with each truth revealed. The light is getting brighter with each lie removed. You are no longer bound by someone else's story. You are now living your if you believe in God type Amen.